What is up guys, Cody here, and before the video starts I want to give a huge shout out to my members Bongo Cat, Tyler Kuntz, FRA, Zach L, Dustin Boyd, Nick Wells, Benjamin Martin, Seattle Sway, Luke H, Sleeping General, Swales359, The Equals Gamer, Justin Whitelock, Thomas Bolzone, and Micah L. Alright guys, enjoy the video. Alright guys, welcome back to another Napoleon Total War ACW video. So today we're going to be playing as the Confederates, and opposing us we have Clink in command of the Union. So this map we have chosen is really interesting. So I am actually going to be assaulting this massive hillside here, and pretty much the only rules for this engagement was no flanking the opponent. So we're going to be doing a head-on push. Oh no. Men already routing from the battlefield. So as you can tell from the title of the video, these guys are going to be playing a massive role for my army. You guys will see how it works out, but they are going to be heavily relied upon. As you can tell, striking down houses. One already got blown up, but Union troops are now starting to be seen, and they're actually going to be engaging. But look at this hill they have to climb. I mean, this is no small feat, man. I mean, this is a lot of terrain they gotta accomplish. And with that, these men are going to have a lot of elevation, so therefore the guys above them are also going to be able to shoot down. As to where, not so much for me. I'm gonna run the risk of actually shooting my own guys, so I definitely do have to be cautious of friendly fire. But look at the carnage. Men getting nailed. Absolutely nailed. I couldn't imagine doing this right now. This is unbelievable. But they are marching up. They are preparing for battle. The screams and agony of men dying. But we are really pushing around. So taking a look at some of the reserve units, we have some volunteer infantry, 6th North Carolina, and some more volunteer infantry. But here we go, 11th Mississippi kicking it into full gear here. And they're going to be lighting up these Yankees. More units coming out from the flank here. We have a skirmish unit, the 1st Maryland. Very accurate unit. 46 Pennsylvania. Oh man, I love the detail of all these units. So in depth. This mod is absolutely amazing. So as you can tell, artillery is blowing holes in my lines. Look at that. Oh man, what a beast. Getting struck down by a cannonball and just walking it off. Legend. But all the smoke in the background, I mean, this is just fantastic. Artillery shooting a little short. I do have pretty much all my artillery targeting this unit here. And as you can tell, only losing about 10 guys. So artillery definitely needs to be a little bit more accurate. But right now, my guys are trying their best to hold. Now, as for my left flank, Confederate State Militia is outranged. Now these guys do, I believe they have the 42, so they're not going to have the range as most of these units do. So therefore I'm going to have to push them up and get them a little bit closer. In the meantime, I'm going to be pushing up a right flank as well. But I don't want to push too close because we got Clink up here with some artillery, and therefore he's going to be shooting canister at my men. Luckily I'm kind of behind a defilade, so it's going to help out a bit. But those rounds are getting very close to my men. As for this right flank, skirmishers are having a field day with my Confederate State Militia, getting them in range now, but taking some very heavy losses, and as you can tell, morale is just not good. And there they go, running from the battlefield. Another house destroyed. Wow, and it actually collapsed on my men. Oh, that is so unfortunate. I did not see that. They lost over 100 guys. Look at that. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? This house shattered my unit. That is bizarre. I didn't see that. I thought they routed from volley fire. Oh, that is disheartening, man. I did not know that. Wow. Well, anyways, the rest of the men are trying their best to hold strong. As you can tell, reserve units now being sent in to fill those voids. 11th Virginia now replacing the men of the volunteer infantry, and we got some more volunteer infantry pushing up. So these guys aren't the most elite. I tried to go for a unit or an army comp that consisted of a lot of manpower. But here we go, 11th Virginia. Look at those top hats. That's pretty nice, pretty nice. But here we go, lining up to engage. Oh yeah. Good stuff. So on the right flank, we have the Wheats Louisiana Battalion. And they are going to be engaging on the right flank. These guys, once again, they have the 42s, so they're not in range. I'm going to have to get them a lot closer, and it's taking these guys a while to form up. On the left flank, we are starting to do some damage. As you can tell, skirmishers starting to get hit pretty hard. Clink not keeping them out of range, and therefore they're going to start breaking. But here we go. The Union is going to be pushing up. Oh my gosh, what a formidable force. I mean, these guys are 3 units deep. This is unheard of in this game. But like I said, they can shoot over each other. So my reserve forces are unable to do that.
Sir, our general is under attack.
General's under attack, but we have managed to break one of the units. We got the 149th New York routing from the battlefield. Sir Clink is going to be filling that void soon, but my men are spread extremely thin. As you can tell, reserve forces are limited, and pretty much all my guys that are on the battlefield are already engaging. And like I said, this unit here, Confederate State Militia, just out of range. That's something I did not take into consideration when starting this game. As for the rest of the men, they seem to be holding all right despite artillery blasting them and small arms fire. But here we go on the right flank. Like these, oh my gosh, I've lost so many guys just standing here. Oh my goodness, 30 guys just standing there, more being lost. But here we go, getting to volley back at them, and they lost nothing. Thanks, 42, 1842, such a great musket. We love it. Oh, these guys are gonna get slaughtered. They stand absolutely no chance in their pajamas. But yeah, look at this. We're actually having some success now in the center, managing to break a couple of these units, and these guys are actually shooting their own men as they retreat, pulling a stall in there. Wow. Now, they do have some very high numbers still, so they're not going to be routing for the battlefield, but these guys are... oh, they might actually be shooting over their heads, but it looks very close to getting some team kills there. Anyways, this front line is pretty much gone for the Union. They are shattering from the battlefield, but my line is running extremely thin. We got 195 men. Still decent morale. We got my general very close as well, trying to make sure these guys stop running from the battlefield, but these cowards, man. I mean, I guess these guys have a reason to run. I mean, they have the 42, for Christ's sake, so let them go. Look at the amount of guys. Oh my gosh, they lost over 100 guys, and these guys lost literally 4 men. Oh my goodness, this is a straight up massacre. So once again, trying to fill this void here. Artillery working overtime, trying to get as many shots off as possible. At least I think they did. Are you guys pretending to fire? Are you guys out of ammunition? Are you kidding me? Come on. Really? Okay, well, they're pretending to fire. Which I didn't know of. I thought they were shooting. Okay, there they go. Some rounds going off there. But the line is really getting thin. And as you can tell, the balance of power is slightly in his favor. I am the blue, which is kind of strange.
Our men are running, sir.
Breaking from the battlefield. So, Clink gonna start pushing up more men to fill the void here. We have the 1st Maryland pushing in. Look at this. This is too cool, man. My men running in fear. Volunteer infantry just not doing a great job. And let's check out the devastation on the 6th North Carolina here. Oh man, the bloodshed. Losing quite a bit of men. Oh my goodness. Getting slaughtered. And these guys are just standing here taking it. What are you guys doing, man? You guys gotta shoot back. I don't know if they're out of range. They might have the 42. Doesn't look like it, but man, just the bloodshed here. And on top of that, they're gonna be charging down the hill. It's like the scene from Gettysburg with the 20th Maine. Can we get a point-blank volley? We can. Dropping their numbers down. And we're gonna commit to a counter charge here. Oh, this is glorious. So, I'm going to be using my routing units that did come back to engage the 1st Maryland here. Hopefully get them down. And they're going to be lining up right next to my melee unit. So here we go. Blasting them, trying to push them back. And we actually managed to rout the 1st Maryland over here. They are running from the battlefield. I was very happy about that because that is such a big unit. That is pretty much gone from the battlefield. Now, these guys are going to be getting shot by their own guys at this range just because they're so close to my enemy or my friendly units. So these guys are kind of looking like a threat. Anyways, as for this right flank, I am trying my best to hold on. My left is in chaos. Clink is just overwhelming me. This hill provides extremely beneficial factors. I mean, if you have the high ground, you know, it's not a good idea to attack uphill. It is really not a good idea. And these guys, 2nd, 4th, 5th, and 27th Virginia Infantry, all in one. Interesting. They're just not going to last too long. But we did manage to break the other 1st Maryland unit. Now these guys are probably going to be coming back from the battlefield, or to the battlefield I should say. They have some extremely healthy numbers. As for the left flank, things are looking a little rough for me. Confederate State Militia still engaging the 145th New York. These guys looking sharp and saying that they are now breaking from the battlefield. So Clink is now going to be reforming his lines, pushing back on in. And as for this right flank, oh man, Louisiana Battalion, what are you guys doing? Still no kills on this unit? Oh, you guys, my goodness, good as cannon fodder. Good lord, dude. At least we got the drummer boy. Oh, well, used to. Yeah, putting them on the flank was not a good idea. Those guys should be in melee combat. Nothing else. They cannot shoot for the life of them. Not killing a single guy. That is ridiculous. Anyways, Union troops, like I said, pushing back on in. They're going to be reforming their lines and pushing on down. Now, I know at this point in the match, I'm like, hey, I cannot attack anymore. I am spread way too thin. Extremely limited on infantry, and my artillery is just pretty, a little bit too far out to have really devastating impacts. So I'm going to try and draw him a little bit closer to the base of the... Am I shooting my own guys? I very well could be shooting my own guys. But anyways, as you can tell, I have reformed the line. As you can see, the previous battle line was right over here. Look at the carnage. Oh my gosh, the bodies. Look at the bullets. There is so many shots being exchanged here. But what a horrifying scene from this point of view. Can you imagine being in this situation? You got lines marching above other lines. It is just very, very intimidating. Not to mention artillery striking from overhead. As for the right flank, these guys, they just can't hold. I should have fell back a long time ago on this right flank. It's not doing me any good. My center is now routing from the battlefield, and Clink is having an absolute field day. Just slaughtering my men. Absolutely slaughtering my men. I was not happy. I was not having a good time right now. So yeah, right now I'm just trying to hold on for dear life, and here comes Clink pushing back on in. I think we're going to be seeing some more melee charges. Ooh, that was a good strike on the artillery there. But we are breaking him still, despite the circumstances. We are starting to break some of his units, but he's got a lot more to be replaced with. Artillery is ranking up quite a bit now. Those shots are becoming a little bit more accurate as they get a little bit closer, knocking people on their ass. Oh man, artillery is awesome. So here we go. We got another charge coming in. Can these boys hold is the question. Getting knocked down as they do charge in, but there is a lot of them. Hold, man. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is so cool. Another unit charging here. Artillery exploding all around. Got my 11th Virginia unit trying to fend back these blue bellies. And on the right flank, things seem to be working out all right. Same with the left flank. You do not want to engage Confederates in melee. These guys are just devastating. Oh my gosh. Break 'em, boys. Yes. Good stuff, gentlemen. As you can tell, Clink trying to inspire his men with the general here. And here I was a little cheeky. I wasn't able to kill his general, but at this point in time, I was targeting this unit, hoping he would die and change the morale of the game. However, luckily enough for him, my Virginia boys can't shoot, so he's going to be able to run off no problem, scot-free. I don't even think I killed anyone in this unit, which is pretty upsetting, excuse me. It's just, I mean, they're that close and the whole unit misses. I don't know. I don't get it. As for the right flank, I have one unit here. We got a volunteer infantry unit. The 11th Mississippi just could not hold on. They were just, horrible unit. Or Louisiana, excuse me. Just such a bad unit. Could not use them effectively, but here we go. Now you guys might be thinking, Cody, this game's over, man. You literally have like 4 line units and just some artillery. However, that is where you are deceived. These guys, this is their shining moment. They've been doing alright so far, but no way. Alright, so after that very unfortunate crash, like I said, this battle is still not over. We have only a couple of units, but this artillery is about to shine. So taking a look on the right side, as you can tell, my men are about to be swarmed. We got the 6th North Carolina holding on against about, what is this, 6 units? 6 North Carolina, and then we have, I think, the Mississippi unit. They're going to be trying to hold on. And these guys are actually back from the battlefield and in melee combat. So this is where they're probably going to thrive. But with this many men, it's just not going to work out too well. As for the Union, they're actually going to be shooting their own men in the back at this point. And even more men are charging down the hill. 11th Virginia. Can they hold them back? They really don't have many loads, so I'm going to be ordering a charge there. Uphill charge, never as effective. And then this volunteer unit trying to charge in as well. So a final stand for the Confederate infantry here. And it's going to allow some time for my artillery to rack up some kills. So these guys are not holding on much longer. 6th North Carolina unit about to break from the battlefield. There they go, running in distress. And there goes my whole line. Now, look at this. Look at the amount of men they have. It is ridiculous. They easily have, what, 12, 13 units? So I am going to begin canistering here. Now, one thing Clink did not do was change his targets. He's still targeting my infantry, and he's actually going to be shooting his own men in the back here. But look at this. My artillery is just overwhelmed right now, but canister is a hell. Oh my gosh. Canister works wonders, man. Look at the bloodshed. They are going to be taking some extremely heavy losses. Now, howitzers are not as effective with the canister. Look at that, breaking them from the battlefield. Same on this right flank. We got a lot of men here. I mean, what is this? 5 units, 6 units deep? Can they make it to the front lines? Point blank canister. Oh, ripping through like 6 ranks. Oh, it's glorious. Morale is shattering. Can they make it? There's so many of them. And look at this, a mass rout. They make it into melee engagement and they break. Another massive canister. Oh my goodness, dude. And just chaos. Absolute chaos. These 4 units broke their entire army here. Oh my god. And they're not done. Look at the bodies. There's so many bodies. I can't believe these guys broke them in melee combat. All they have is a saber and about 10 guys, and they routed this whole unit. And they're still going at them. Still killing them with the sabers. Oh, what are you doing? Oh my gosh. So, I mean, hang on. Look at this. That is all from canister. This is all from canister. All this is from canister. It's absurd. I mean, look at the amount of... this has to be a couple hundred guys at least. At least. So, we're going to fast forward here. These guys are... The chevrons these guys have is ridiculous. Now, these guys, of course, are going to be coming back. I am going to keep bombarding them. Still ranking up a lot of kills. But, it's just... This is next to impossible to win. They're all going to come back. And they're going to want revenge. So we're going to fast forward until then. But what a hold for these guys. Absolute champs. Doing their best to hold. When everyone else has retreated from the battlefield. All the infantry is running. They are miles away from them. They are still fighting hard. Now these guys sadly are going to be slowly picked off one by one. Artillery going to be blasting them. From the hillsides and small arms fire. So they're not going to last too long, but a valiant effort. They did a wonderful job in holding. I can't wait to see what this kill count's going to show. And there they go. One unit left. But they're not done. They're not done. They're not done. So, General now charging in. I'm actually going to be charging his general here. A little bit of a melee engagement, but this is it's still not over. I'll show you guys why. So he has all his artillery targeting my general here. I have one artillery unit that is going to come back. Now, with him targeting my general, he's actually going to be targeting his own men as well. As you can tell, my guys are rushing back to the artillery position. They want it back. And I do actually manage to break his general here, which is awesome. And I'm trying to get these guys into melee combat. I know I don't have time to get them on the cannons, so they're going to be charging in here with their sabers in slow motion with 15 men. And they're holding with 14 men. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Look at them. They're fighting to the last man right now. This is glorious. Oh, finally breaking from the battlefield, but it's not done yet. It's not done yet. We got another unit here of 13 men, and he's gonna be canistering and shooting his own men in the meantime, trying to rout my artillery crew. He's gonna be routing his own men. Look at this. And they finally do rout, but what a close game. They're breaking. They all break again. Oh, glorious. Absolutely glorious. So looking at these statistics, as you can tell, me getting only 1,500 kills to Klink's 1,800. Infantry did not do a good job, but let's look at that artillery, man. So, Washington artillery getting almost 400 kills and only 8 losses. These guys, my goodness, man. 24 howitzer, 24-pound howitzer getting 125 and 19 losses. A lot of these are artillery units. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy the video, feel free to leave a like and also subscribe if you are already subscribed. I cannot talk. But until then, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Let me know so